Forbes magazine has just released its ranking of best countries to do business. Jamaica has moved up to 59 from 64 last time.
A recent piece of good news for Jamaica as the government continues the economic reform program. More A+ results of the ERP later in the show. Plus, art. It's therapeutically good. See how it's empowering individuals in downtown Kingston. Hi there, I'm Theodore Henry. We'll get the ball rolling with this message.
All the people them with the Zig V, hold up your hand. Zig V in the Caribbean territory, but we now want that virus take set pan we. So make sure send no stagnant water inside and mash up all mosquito breed inside. More hole in the tin them where you dash way and change the water in your vase every day. No litter, dispose of your garbage proper. You know them the tin the we turn drain blacker. Tour your community and tour your yard for suppress mosquito. We have figure hard dash we old tire turn over drum pan for prevention is the greatest weapon. And special shout out to pregnant ladies. Protect yourselves and protect your babies. Draw for your zapper and your mosquito spray. If you do all that we can to keep them away. For we know war Zig V.
Good day, I'm Tamara McHale, and this is your GIS News for Friday, January 29. Jamaica has improved its ranking on the 2015 Corruption Perception Index (CPI). The latest report shows that Jamaica is ranked at 69 out of 168 countries. Jamaica was ranked 85 out of 175 countries in 2014. Justice Minister Senator Mark Golding says he's heartened by Jamaica's ranking, which he says underscores the progress being made in combating corruption. In a release, the minister said Jamaica was one of 11 countries that improved rankings by 16 or more places. He added that Jamaica had also moved closer to being among the least corrupt in the Americas, as no other country in the Americas improved by that margin. The Justice Minister attributed Jamaica's improvement on the CPI to a number of initiatives, including the passing of various pieces of legislation. These include the Proceeds of Crime Amendment Act, the Financial Investigations Division Amendment Act, the Criminal Justice Suppression of Criminal Organizations Act, and the Law Reform Fraudulent Transactions Special Provisions Act. As of February 1, government will begin providing group health, group life, and personal accident insurance coverage for eligible athletes in Jamaica. This follows Wednesday's launch of the Jamaica Athletes Insurance Plan by Prime Minister Portia Simpson Miller. The plan will provide coverage for 1,323 athletes representing 28 national associations and federations.
Some of the services offered under the plan include basic health services, major medical, overseas medical emergencies, and maternity benefits, dental and optical.
Guardian Life Insurance will provide group health coverage, while allied insurance brokers will provide life and personal accident insurance coverage. Each athlete's life insurance coverage is valued at $2.25 million, and they're covered for up to $2.5 million each for accidental death and dismemberment. Government will fund 95% of the insurance premiums, while the remainder will be funded by the national sport associations and federations. The Jamaica Athletes Insurance Plan is funded by the Sports Development Foundation, the Tourism Enhancement Fund, the National Health Fund, and the Culture, Health, Arts, Sports and Education Chase Fund. Government will be contracting the services of retired public health inspectors to help eradicate mosquito breeding sites across the country. The move comes as preparations for the Zika virus intensify.
We are calling out all retired public health inspectors who have retired in the last 2 years, those persons who are fit and healthy and can work. We're bringing them out for 3 months, first contract for 3 months, to come and say, help in this drive we have now.
The health minister made the announcement on Tuesday at Food for the Poor's headquarters in Spanish Town, where the charity handed over 76 semi-electric hospital beds to the public health sector. Food for the Poor Chairman Andrew Mafood revealed that the charity was working closely with the ministry on its Zika preparedness activities.
We do have foggers coming, we have a full container of paracetamols coming, and we have a container of repellent as well coming. And we will work closely with the minister to improve and be at his beckon for whatever needs he has as he prepares the nation for Zika V and other Vs that seem likely to come.
In the meantime, the Education Ministry has designated Friday, February 5 as a National Cleanup Day to reduce mosquito breeding in schools in light of the threat from the Zika virus. As part of the intervention, the ministry will be sensitizing parents and community members on the prevention, diagnosis, and treatment of the Zika virus. Parents and other persons are urged to participate in the school cleanup through the PTAs and other community groups. Schools are to partner with their parish councils, community groups, and the Ministry of Health regional offices to facilitate successful execution of these activities. School administrators were also directed to submit a list of the required resources to support the cleanup exercise to their regional office by Friday, January 29. The Education Ministry is urging persons to look for and remove current and possible breeding sites once per week. In other health news, 2 fetal heart rate machines have been presented to the Cornwall Regional Hospital and are expected to significantly help with the monitoring of patients late in their pregnancy and during labor. The machines were donated by Friends of the Ulster Spring Hospital in Trelawney. The group also donated similar equipment to the Ulster Spring and Falmouth hospitals. Western Regional Health Authority Regional Director Dr. Ken Garfield Douglas says the items are critical to the care of pregnant mothers.
We are being impacted, fully impacted in terms of our communities can now look forward to a better quality of care.
And finally, the Ministry of Science, Technology, Energy and Mining has awarded the Jamaica Public Service Company, JPS, with a 2016 electricity license, which will allow for significant changes in the sector. It follows Cabinet's approval in 2015 of a number of changes to the amended and restated All-Island Electric License 2011 and the Office of Utilities Regulation Act. These have put in place a redesigned tariff structure guided by government policy. Energy Minister Philip Paulwell says the new license will enable JPS to earn profits in a fair and transparent manner.
What we have now are terms that will enable more investment, greater security, and for the country to benefit. The new license also recognizes the importance of change that has occurred over a number of years, and in particular, the role of renewable energy.
And that's it for GIS News today. I'm Tamara McHale. Thanks for watching.
Program implementation remains strong. We also welcome the recent wage agreements. It was a proactive and important step in reducing Jamaica's public debt. A gradual economic recovery is underway. The growth outlook is improving. Growth is now projected to be about 1.4% for this fiscal year.
The government of Jamaica is on a mission, going for growth, staying the course, and transforming the economy through its economic reform program.
This economic reform program is not only active on paper, it's producing real results. See for yourself.
It may seem cliché, but it's a message worth repeating. And it's good news, important news. Jamaica's economy is improving, reaping results, making steady progress under the economic reform program. In 2015, Forbes magazine said we were the best place in the Caribbean to do business. Like our athletic prowess, Jamaica takes pride in maintaining the top spot and breaking the record. So, earlier this year,
Jamaica has moved up to 59 from 64 last time.
Plus, with the Jamaica Stock Exchange being the best performer worldwide in 2015, recording over 90% growth, government will be using the exchange to further expand the economy this year. The finance minister has indicated that a number of public entities may be divested on the stock exchange. These include Wigton Wind Farm Limited, Jamaica Public Service Company, SEPROD, as well as assets of the Factories Corporation of Jamaica, Petrojam Ethanol, and Things Jamaica Limited. It's expected that investors will buy into those companies, especially since government will pay out $62 billion for matured bonds in February.
I would say to those who will be beneficiaries of the payout to consider the possibility of investing in some of these assets which we intend to bring to market quickly. They provide a diverse opportunity to broaden the shareholding of these entities, as well as to encourage Jamaicans to participate in our stock exchange.
In addition to the stock exchange, government is still working on other growth inducement strategies.
Approximately 2,000 additional rooms will come on stream this year, 2016. The rollout of the integrated resort developments, which are expected to break ground this year. The licenses that have been issued, provisional licenses, are contingent upon the start of construction by mid-year. I expect that there is going to be an increase in housing developments in 2016, and I understand that there is strong demand for this commodity.
Projects will also be undertaken in other sectors, for example, logistics, energy, business process outsourcing, infrastructure development, and the creative industries. And the good news continues. This time it's in relation to Jamaica's performance for October to December 2015 under the agreement with the International Monetary Fund, IMF.
Based on the information that I have, we are on track to successfully complete the 11th review when the fund team visits next month.
The primary balance at the end of November was $55.8 billion, 5.3 more than target. The net international reserves at the end of December was about $800 million more than target, standing at $2.34 billion. Tax revenues for the April to November 2015 period were also $6.2 billion ahead of target. Tax on interest was up by $4.2 billion, special consumption tax SCT $2.9 billion, general consumption tax GCT $1.8 billion, and company tax $1.4 billion.
When you see the sales taxes, SCT and GCT, and the company taxes outperforming, I think that says something about business activity, that it's picking up somewhat, picking up more than was planned, I guess you could say.
Customs duty, telephone tax, and tax on dividends were, however, behind the target. The devaluation of the Jamaican dollar, especially in relation to the US dollar, has also been a hot-button topic for many Jamaicans. Let's examine the issue. First of all, the value of the currency is linked to inflation. Inflation for 2015 was 3.7%, the lowest in 50 years, and Jamaica's currency devalued by 5% against the US dollar in 2015.
So we have devalued a little bit more than the inflation rate here. So we have gained about 1.3% competitiveness with the US currency.
Because we have stabilized both the fiscal and monetary aspects of the economy and maintained a competitive exchange rate, the country is once again becoming attractive as a location to produce and manufacture commodities.
As it was in the beginning, so shall it be in the end. It's worth repeating. Jamaica's economy is making strides, meeting the quantitative targets, improving the business environment, remaining competitive, and undertaking a number of projects to grow the economy. Strong evidence of a harvest after sowing its economic reform program. Let's celebrate Jamaica to the world. Fastest man in the world. First Jamaican woman to win gold in Olympic 100-meter sprint. An upcoming global superstar. Mouth-watering meals. And a vibrant set of people. We are Jamaicans. Let's get together and bring back the love.
There's even more to celebrate about Jamaica. As you heard earlier, the country is still the best place in the Caribbean to do business as outlined in the Forbes magazine 2016 report. Why? Well, it's due to the implementation of the Economic Reform Program. Part of that overall initiative is to improve efficiency at the ports, and that has been happening thanks to the Automated System for Customs Data, ASICUDA.
The Automated System for Customs Data, ASICUDA for short. It's a big name for a big project that is reaping big rewards at the ports.
Just by eliminating the paper, all these entries that the importers or exporters or brokers have to use, we estimate that alone will save $537 million.
ASICUDA World is helping the government in its pursuit of fiscal prudence and a credible macroeconomic program. Jamaica Customs exceeded the Finance Ministry's revenue target of approximately $12 billion for September 2015. The agency also exceeded its 2014 intake, moving from approximately $14 billion to $15 billion in gross revenue. Jamaica Customs has also surpassed its year-to-date gross collection, which has gone up from $75 billion to more than $88 billion so far for the fiscal year. These increases in revenue are greatly attributed to the newly implemented ASICUDA World. The web-based application allows clients to undertake e-transactions, including manifest submissions, declarations, and payments. Basically, all users of customs can access information about transshipments through the agency's website, where a link to ASICUDA World is provided. It's freeing up valuable space by replacing stacks of paperwork with electronic files.
These represent files from beyond July 2015. Evidence of the old system. Persons come to the export office with declarations, whether it be EX1, that's normal declaration, or EX2, which would be C43. They present their assessment notice to the officer. The officer brings up the assessment notice on the ASICUDA World. We actually process it in terms of checking it, in terms of classification, checking for permits, all the requisite things that would uphold from the old system. Once we are satisfied, we will actually okay the process and send it to green.
The system has significantly improved the agency's efficiency outlook to the public.
We have always heard about lengthy waiting times, lengthy clearances in terms of incurred costs, which is attributed to that where storage is concerned. This should be negated, if not significantly reduced. And of course, this is a cost saving to the importers as well. To date, we have seen just about 12,000 transactions being processed successfully, from preparing the declarations all the way to the point of release by the examining officers at varying customs offices island-wide. We've also seen $8.7 billion in terms of revenue being collected. The increased transparency is, of course, obvious, and this is also being commented on where our stakeholders are concerned as well. They are seeing reduced times in terms of overheads, and certainly it is of benefit to all of us. To access information or to process information on applications, there was a disconnect in a number of areas.
And that's how it all began. There were about 21 databases used by the agency to process information and data which was not connected. This needed to change. The government had heard of and seen the benefits of ASICUDA in other countries, and after reviews, a decision was made to implement it here. The pilot started in December 2014 at all Sufferance wharves island-wide, including the state-owned oil refinery Petrojam, the first importer to benefit under this phase. Approximately 174 brokers, importers, and customs staff members were trained in preparation for the pilot phase of the system. 10 exporters were also selected to participate in the pilot phase. By August 3, 2015, all exporters were required to use ASICUDA World to submit electronic declarations to Jamaica Customs. It's expected that all importers will be brought on stream by December 2015, and the full implementation of ASICUDA World is slated for March 2016. The system was developed by the United Nations Conference on Trade and Development, with ASICUDA World being the most recent version of the software. The implementation of the system locally is being financed through a loan from the Inter-American Development Bank at a cost of $4 million.
Once a declaration is sent, the system will automatically send you a copy of that declaration as a notification.
The Jamaica Customs Agency is being lauded for moving to introduce the automated system for customs data Asikuda World. This web-based application is yielding significant cost savings and improving service delivery. It's all part of government's determination to implement systems that will improve trade facilitation and increase the country's competitiveness by making trade transactions simpler and smoother.
Stand up and get in the race.
I can become the master of my destiny.
Step up your stride, make we work like a harder. Do it like Veronica, more than a supper.
We can rise above the challenges and shine.
Was with passion in your heart. Make a plan and stop all the idling. You think I saw? We reach out the edging. I can, you can. Like our Olympians, every Jamaican can.
Yes, we can all draw inspiration from our athletes. Say, I can, and overcome whatever obstacles are in our way. Each and every one of us has to find some way to keep motivated. Some may eat, some may sleep, and others may hit the gym. Next, we'll see how art is empowering individuals in downtown Kingston.
Art calms the soul and makes the impossible possible. That's why the Ministry of Youth and Culture has been using art as therapy to reach youngsters who were once thought to be unreachable. One of the ministry's art therapy partners, Studio 174, has since 2006 been a haven for young persons seeking an outlet for their artistic expression. On today's episode of The Arts Page, we look at the studio that's been making a name for itself in downtown Kingston, not too far from the famed Kingston Harbour. In May 2013, directors at the studio dared to dream big, and through funding sourced from international non-profit arts and cultural organization OpenVisor and collaboration with the Caribbean Institute of Media and Communication, CARMAC, they conceptualized the Art Up Downtown project, which ran for 3 months in the pilot phase.
The program really was about getting more Jamaicans to be able to tell their own stories. The students did workshops inside the studio, learning to work with equipment, having to do with audio production, video production, photography. And they also did a lot of work on the road. So I would say the workshops on the road were really what made this program very special, you know, because it was a real life experience for the students.
Following the workshops, participants were challenged to explore their immediate environment and find positive and interesting stories which could be represented through art. Those involved included 11 interns from CARMAC and 8 of the studio's regular patrons.
Everybody just come in and they work as a team. And it was great because they did interview, they did like photography. I helped these students by showing them around, telling them about market life, what market life was all about.
We want them to see other people, see what we're doing, so that them can see that we're doing all of those things downtown here.
And it tells you everything about the good parts of downtown. It was totally fantastic. They were nice, they were polite. They took everything time by time with me because, you know, the very first time you're going on video to help someone is like, okay, you're going to be shaking at first, but they talked to me, they helped me laugh, and I just enjoyed myself right through it, like normal.
The exciting interaction between these budding artists and their subjects gave birth to a comprehensive exhibition that found a home within the walls of the studio showcasing artwork inclusive of drawings, paintings, pictures, video and audio representations of life in the bustling town center.
We went through audio production, photography and video production. That entailed learning how to do stories, interviewing persons on the street for your audio stories, going on the street again, taking pictures of the buildings, of the people, and learning how to tell a story through pictures, be it one picture or three, and tell a story. And then with video production, what we learned was to tell a story now with video, how to express emotion, how to express the ideas of people, vox pops. They were very excited about it because this is equipment that they've seen but never touched or operated. So they're really excited about it. They caught on quickly.
My skills in videoing, editing has improved. I learned about audio. And what I really improved on was the going out there on the streets, interviewing people, interacting with people. Because at Karamat we learned the foundation of audio. So basically when we came here, I learned how to actually carry it out.
The Art Up Downtown project is not the studio's only offering. Neither does it just cater to individuals in and around downtown.
Outside of the Art Up Downtown program, we normally have workshops on Saturdays, and we have a number of plans, a number of things coming on stream very soon. I would definitely want people to know that we'll soon be offering support for CXC, CAPE, and Bachelors of Arts degree students.
What we do also here, we actually teach therapy art, where persons can come, as I said before, and kind of get back to themselves and so forth, because the thing is that sometimes, like during the incursion and so forth, persons were actually terrified and so forth. So what we do, we create programs like these now to make them actually feel comfortable again. It's a place where persons can relax and connect with oneself.
I want to say to the organizers that they're doing a fantastic job. They should keep it up. And we really appreciate it. And I know that the youths here at Studio 174, they also appreciate it.
I want them to continue on their journey and never give up. Because I see students with determination and lots of promise in them. The Art Up program is something good. It's a good thing for downtown, and I'm hoping for the best for it.
I would tell them, come again, do more projects like that.
Organizers have listened, and the second installment of the project began in May 2014, ensuring that a new batch of students can explore their creativity while gaining practical experiences and life skills. There's no age limit for participating in the programs that are offered, so feel free to drop by the studio located at 174 Harbour Street and see what it's all about. You may also send an email to studio174jamaica@hotmail.com or visit their Facebook page to find out more.
This is where we close the pages on today's magazine. Thanks for your company. Be sure to return tomorrow. We'll have another program lined up for you on this station. In the meantime, keep the link in cyberspace. Visit jis.gov.jm, follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and check out our YouTube channel. If you have a comment, you may send an email to jamaicamagazine@jis.gov.jm. Until next time, I'm Theodore Henry. Do take care.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.